So Cybercab will have the parts.
What parts?
Have the parts of the Tesla Model 3. Still don't know what I'm talking about? Okay, so Tess Alley said some great info by an engineer who is on the Robotaxi team. Check this out.
So 2 seats unlocks a lot of opportunity aerodynamically. It also means we cut the part count of Cybercab down by a substantial margin. We're going to be delivering a car that has roughly half the parts of Model 3 today.
Yeah, so lots of great info that came out. This is Cybercab lead engineer Eric. You can check him out on X. This event was at Santana Row in San Jose, California. So Ali learned that the Model Y body structure has about 200 parts. The Cybercab is only going to have 80. We all know that the Cybercab has 2 seats, and the reason for that, Eric said, was 82% of trip miles is for 1 or 2 people. So why bother putting in more seats if that's not needed for most trips? We now found out from Eric that this Cybercab is running on FSD 13. So the whole event we saw at We Robot was FSD 13.
Okay.
No air suspension to save money. The B pillar has been moved back for easier access into the front row seats. So I didn't really think about that when I was looking at the design of the car, but if you compare it to a 3 or a Y, the B pillar is much more forward. The bench seat is a whole lot easier to clean. That makes sense. The big tires, they said they did it for looks, but also it reduces the rolling resistance. The big trunk they have in the back, we now find out that it can hold a foldable wheelchair, it can hold some bikes, and it can hold a golf bag, 2 carry-ons, and 2 big, large luggage at the same time. The screen in the Cybercab is the largest of any Tesla, and it's a 21-inch screen with the same resolution as a Model 3. And basically, he said they went for efficiency, right? Because the more efficient the car is, the lower the maintenance, the lower the weight, the lower the cost.
It's just so cool to be learning all of this new data around this new vehicle that no one has ever experienced before. I know that we have seen some like autonomous buses that are like at an airport and it takes you from the parking lot to another parking lot. This is a brand new thing.
Do or do not. There is no try.
It's so cool to think that you could own one.
It is.
I mean,
it's a weird way to think about
like
it.
Teslas are the future, but this one's clearly the future because there's no pedals and no steering wheel. And there's no more shotgun.
True. Both seats are kind of the same.
I call shotgun.
I think the really interesting thing to me is that it goes back to that quote from Henry Ford, where he said, if I had asked what people wanted, they would have said faster horses. That was, of course, in reference to building like the Ford Model T. If Elon had asked what people had wanted, they
Heads up display.
Right. Well, they would want like, I want a car that's more fun to drive. And it's like, but would you though? Or do you want to just watch a movie while you go somewhere?
Right, because that's more fun.
I think it will be. And I think that everyone who thinks like, no, I wouldn't want that, are the same people who said the exact same thing about HD TV. Oh, I don't need that. I can see the basketball game fine.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Tuesdays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below and head over to the Now You Know channel.